Boxing rivalries that defined the sport and how they shaped betting trends. In boxing, rivalries do more than just sell tickets. They shape eras, shift public interest, and send ripple effects through the betting world. Some fights become historic not only for what happened in the ring, but for how they influenced everything outside it, especially online gambling trends. Whether it's Muhammad Ali vs. Joe Frazier or Manny Pacquiao vs. Floyd Mayweather, these rivalries have turned sportsbooks into high-alert zones. Millions were wagered. Odds danced up to the final bell. Bookmakers watched closely, while bettors scouted every possible edge. Betting wasn't just background noise. Let's start with Ali vs. Frazier. Their first fight in 1971, dubbed the Fight of the Century, was a cultural event. Ali, the mouth. Frazier, the hammer. It wasn't just about who would win, but what each fighter represented. According to data from Gartner, when sports events are widely televised and emotionally charged, betting volumes spike by over 30% on average. Ali Frazier did more than that. Las Vegas sportsbooks were flooded. Informal wagers ran deep, even among those who didn't usually bet. Bookies struggled to keep odds stable. Public opinion swung hard toward Ali, who was making his return. But Frazier, undefeated and hungry, came in with slight underdog odds and proved the betting market wrong. It wasn't just a victory for him. It was a warning for bettors about the risks of betting purely on popularity. Online gambling was quietly growing. By the time the Pacquiao-Mayweather era rolled in, online sportsbooks had become a major force. Their 2015 fight wasn't just the richest in boxing history, it became one of the most bet-on sporting events ever. According to Statista, global online gambling revenue reached $37 billion in 2015, boosted largely by high-profile sporting events. The Pacquiao-Mayweather clash alone generated hundreds of millions in legal and illegal bets. This rivalry didn't just change how people bet, it changed where they bet. Online platforms saw spikes in sign-ups and activity in the weeks leading up to the fight. Bettors from the Philippines, the US, and the UK poured in. Bookmakers offered promotions, bonuses, and mobile-first experiences. Many used these fights as marketing tools to draw in users who would stick around afterward. In the background, online casinos were also experiencing growth. Fans who didn't want to wait until fight night often played games during downtime. Some platforms used boxing-themed slots to capitalize on the buzz. Promotions like free spins, no deposit were used to attract traffic during high-stakes sports weekends, offering a chance to win without risking personal funds. It added another layer of casual engagement around these major boxing events, especially for audiences just looking to be part of the hype. The role of odds. More than numbers. Let's be clear. Odds are storytelling tools. They don't just reflect probability, they shape perception. When Mike Tyson returned to fight Evander Holyfield in 1996, he was the favorite. The public trusted his power. Sportsbooks leaned into the Tyson myth, but Holyfield pulled off the upset. For sportsbooks, this was chaos. The majority of bets had gone toward Tyson, and bookmakers had to cover unexpected payouts. From a data standpoint, Gartner research shows that unexpected sports outcomes can increase retention among bettors by 18% as they chase redemption in later events. Holyfield's win set off that exact behavior. More betting followed. More fights got attention. The ecosystem fed itself. It's the same with the Gatti Ward trilogy. Those wars were brutal, honest, and difficult to predict. Bettors who watched the first fight saw just how volatile boxing can be. Each rematch brought sharper lines and smarter wagering. Bookmakers began adjusting not just based on fighter records, but on how audiences responded emotionally. Behavioral data, not just stats, began informing odds. Modern rivalries push mobile and in-play bets. Today, rivalries continue to move the needle, but the format has evolved. Canelo Alvarez vs. Gennady Golovkin, for example, wasn't just about power punches and scorecards. It was about timing. Their two main fights were streamed globally, supported by real-time odds that shifted round by round. The trend now is in-play betting. According to Gartner, over 50% of bets placed on high-profile boxing matches in the last 3 years have been in-play rather than pre-match. Mobile apps make this easy. Bettors respond to momentum shifts, corner talk, and even slight signs of fatigue. The sport has turned into a live chessboard for sharp bettors. And here's what else has changed. Betting now includes micro-wagers like will fighter land 10 punches this round. Parlay bets include boxing with other sports on the same night. Casual gamblers use social media signals to influence betting behavior. Each shift adds a layer of complexity, but also opens up new ways for fans to engage. What the rivalries teach us. Boxing rivalries don't just shape history. They act like market events in finance. They create volatility. They drive volume. They attract new customers. They reveal weaknesses in systems and show where user behavior shifts. Every major fight is a case study in risk management and emotional economics. Key takeaways. Iconic fights like Ali Frazier and Pacquiao Mayweather generated massive betting volume spikes. Online gambling platforms grew in tandem with big fights, offering promotions like free spins, no deposit to capture peripheral interest. Odds are deeply influenced by public sentiment, not just statistics. In-play betting now dominates, especially during emotionally charged rivalries. Sportsbooks treat boxing rivalries as peak operational events, planning risk strategies months in advance. Boxing will always have rivalries, and those rivalries will always shape how people bet. But the tools, platforms, and psychology behind the wagers, that's what keeps evolving. For sportsbooks, it's not just about who wins. It's about who bets when they bet and why. That's where the real fight is. Boxing Social is now on WhatsApp. Join our channel by clicking here and getting all the latest boxing news direct to your phone.